started very clearly when I am working with somebody brand new, somebody that has ever been in Nu Skin before, and they have a need. And I recently came across a very dear friend that is 70 years old, has had a phenomenal lifestyle, come to realize that his savings are not enough for as healthy as him and his wife are, and continue the lifestyle that they have. So he said, I need to add another source of income. How about if I can use the affiliate part of Nu Skin to do this? And I said, well, how about if we create an account so you can start making money today? He says, okay. And it started that simple. We create an account, and it's called an affiliate account. So I said, you will have to learn some words. And I said 4 words. You will need to learn retail customer. You will need to learn member, affiliate, and brand affiliate. And you will learn to, maybe one day, if you're interested, learn in mechanics of wealth. Because today he wasn't interested in that. Today he was interested in affiliate marketing. He was interested in the sliding scale of 5 to 40%. Affiliate marketing is something that is very popular and modern, and many millennials and many baby boomers are aware of it because it's part of the economy today. So, if John was here, John will tell you that he always started the business from the back. It's the only thing that attracted to him. Here, the company didn't change this. This is where the mechanics of wealth are. This is what has got us here. 6 levels at 5%. There's 30% payout in this back end of the plan. That has not changed, and it will not change with velocity. It's called monthly pay. And I love that Steve Lund explained so beautiful today how we were able to have seamless compensation plan, 6 levels, 5%. John Sexsmith started when only it was volume from the United States of America. The first international market was Canada, and the first check that came from Canada to the Sexsmith house was $30,000 on the volume that moved there. There were leaders in Canada. That's the way John Sexsmith conducted his business with the life of Nu Skin. So I'm not confused about this. But there was a very special path to get there. And it was called, back in the day, it was called letter of intent. I don't use that anymore. You just heard me say that for a new person. I don't say that word. A new one. An old one knows that. But a new one doesn't even need to know it. In my opinion. Because when they are starting today, they are immediate access to daily pay. And daily pay is retail customers. And John Sexsmith knew that if he did this, that would be there. But he never went to get these ones. Does that make sense? he always said, if I do this, that will fill itself up. So, here in the middle, before I always said, this is the possibility this is part-time income. In here. Every time a customer pays customer price, every day the company puts in my bank account the sharing bonus and the difference between retail and wholesale. And I know that in Europe they don't have the mechanical aspect of the deposit, but you can see what you earn daily. Am I wrong?
Yeah, that's right.
No, you're not wrong.
Thank you. So you can see the daily acquisition of cash. You don't see it in your bank account, but you see it. You get so excited because the young group of distributors that are in my business in Australia, they were the first ones. Australia was the first market to get velocity. It was manageable for the company not to disrupt a very large revenue environment. It was all English speaking. They could communicate better with the company. And luckily, John Sexsmith was still alive and was very involved in the development of this. The results have been that when they gave us the app, where you can see the daily deposits, in the daily deposits, you see the money that's from retailing. But the wholesale volume is recorded in the middle. And what they have done is they make circles of 500 volume. That is the wholesale volume of what moves here. So let's say that I retail to you, and it's something that has 100 points wholesale. All of a sudden, I get my daily deposit here, but here in this little circle, I start seeing a blue line that says I completed 100 of the first 500 in volume. So now it starts acting like a game, because in the affiliate, this is the possibility of replacing your income, your current income. But now you have a sliding scale that goes from 5 to 40% of the wholesale volume that is created, whether it is because you say to me, I want to play here. You say that to me. I want to play in this side. So I say to you, how would you like to start? Would you like to start with a collection of products so that you can benefit yourself of learning them? The company has collections of products. You can choose from 500, 200, 100, 1,000, 5,000. What would you choose for yourself? So if I'm talking to someone like that, because they want here, it's still going to be wholesale volume, but it's going to come from a different direction. So if she gets 500, all of a sudden I have my first 500 circle done. If she does 5,000, all of a sudden I have 10 of those done. Is this making sense?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's all about volume. How fast can we get to 1 million points within the 6 levels? That has not changed. It has opened up. So let me go back to the one that did not want that one. She just wanted an affiliate program of 5 to 40. So I said, today you start your account, today you get the daily pay, and the company will activate your weekly pay when you have enough volume here that equals 6,000 points of wholesale volume. They will activate your weekly pay. And the way the weekly pay goes is there a confusion?
No.
No? It's okay? What is? Okay. Brand new person, they can get to 6,000 points. Some of these affiliates, the bonus ones, Lars taught me this. So, in my life, luckily, the girl that started with the toothpaste post is somewhere in our business. And she did not come for this. She understood Facebook very well, and she happened to create 20,000 points very fast in this part, because she was doing affiliate programs. She was doing social selling. She was doing, let me connect other people quickly to product through social platforms. When you find one like that, they already know how to do it. You don't need to teach them. All you need to say to them is, we have an affiliate program on a sliding scale to 40%, and most likely, from what I have learned from Ryan Napierski, affiliate programs at the most pay 7%. So when somebody that's already in the social selling environment is exposed to a potential sliding scale up to 40, they usually come to you and they say, show me the catalog, show me how to connect, and get out of my way. And they don't want you to teach them anything else. And then all of a sudden you open your little circles here in the middle, and all of a sudden you see some 13,000 points in the first day. And you go like, this is a good bonus. How did this happen? So in the affiliate program, what has happened is that the minute this account gets to 6,000 points, the company triggers the weekly pay. Let me explain something, because most of you have become executives, which today is called a brand affiliate. Some of you became executive by following something called the letter of intent, the 3-month qualifications, the this, the that. And that is how I grew this business. That was a beautiful way. This is a faster way in our world, but if somebody wants to be slower, the company will not trigger their weekly pay as a brand new affiliate until they get to 6,000. And in Europe, do they give you 6 months?
Yes.
So in Europe, they give you 6 months to get to the 6,000. But the reason they did it like this is because in the affiliate world, some affiliates can get to 6,000 in 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
So why limit them from weekly pay when they can have the volume very fast? So they took away the restrictions, but they gave in the flexibility of somebody that wanted to take 6 months to get there. Now, they had to bring the executives that were here and that they only had 2,000 points. Remember, if we were executives and we only had 2,000 points, we kept our title. And all of us, every single one of us executives that had 2,000, the company gave them the right to get weekly pay. Every single one of us. It was a gift. So everybody, when Velocity starts, can have weekly pay at 2,000 points. They don't have to wait. But immediately they kick in this 5 to 40. So you have an advantage. You start the month by getting weekly pay. So what happens is, how fast can you get to 40%? How fast can you get to 40%? So the next week, you're getting 40% of the next volume that happens. Of members, of all the wholesale volume that is within your circle group, which is composed of your retail customers and your members. So that's what the 5 to 40% is. Anybody that becomes a brand affiliate or an executive is over here, and they are going to have their circles, because that has always been like that as well. So, all of a sudden, what did I do? All of a sudden I said, the company is willing to pay me 40% every week. So John and I, you've always heard John say, if you want not to be average, then you will not have an average circle group of 3,000 points. You will have a circle group of 10,000 points. And in my life with Nu Skin, because we came from a background of retail stores, we always had 10,000 points outside of our executives. We had circle groups of 10,000 because that put us in a group that didn't make us average income. So that's what we did. So what I started learning was, I said, if the company is willing to pay me 40%, I'm going to start calling all my ADRs. Every person that buys automatic and I am going to move them to the first of the month. So instead of starting at 5%, my first week I can start claiming 40%. It becomes a game. I am acting in a way like I never acted before. Because all of a sudden the company started giving me more money. Elizabeth is my girl that handles all my accounting. And one day she started calling me and she said, Giselle, Nu Skin put $4,000 in your bank account this week. Why did they do that? And I said, it's 40% new. It's a weekly thing now. And she goes like, can I get that too? So I started her on an account because she had never seen that. So the weekly pay is an additional amazing thing for people that are not thinking like this. So where we are a very special group of people in this room is that we understand pre-qualifying. We understand giving people what they need and want. And as we enter this group of new world, of digital world, of affiliate programs, all of a sudden, we don't stop doing what we learned to do, what got us here. We continue to pre-qualify. We continue to close. We continue to do the things that we've learned to do, because that's where the mechanics of wealth are. But what we learned to do new is to talk to the people that never qualified for this. For the people that they wanted to drive an Uber car because they needed $60 that week. Now all of a sudden I can show them to create an account and say you can choose 6 products from the category of every time you sell one you get $10, and there's your $60. Do you want to do it in a couple of minutes, or do you want to take 1 week to do it? It's up to you. How many hours you drove your Uber, I don't know. So it's an additional way of selecting this. Now, when the person wants to get to weekly pay, because the sliding scale starts at 5% every month. It does. It does for me too. So when January, what is that? It's coming March 1st. When March 1st begins, at midnight, 12:01 on March 1st, my account is 0, just like everybody else's. And then March 1st, they start registering the volume of March 1st. So my ADRs start clicking in. And the first 500 wholesale gets paid at 5%. And then the circle, the next one of 500, still gets paid at 5%. I believe it's at 1,500, am I wrong?
Yeah.
The next one It's 5%?
10.
Now gets 10%. So what happens? The minute my account completes all those 500 blocks, it can happen in 10 minutes. All my ADRs can be done in 10 minutes on the first of the month. But they pay me 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40 until I get to those 8 blocks, right? 8 circles of 500. And at that moment, every single dollar on is paid at 40%.
When you hit 16. 16.
Thank you. 16 of these ones.
Yeah.
16 of these ones, you claim your 40%. So, how fast can those circles close? So everything helps. The volume that a brand new one buys, the ADRs from the past, the affiliate that wants to come just play here. So, I told you before that for the first time since Taiwan opened, I have been seeing 100,000 points in these circles here. Those people do not want to teach anybody mechanics of wealth, and they are not interested in teaching anybody what they do. They know how to move volume, and I don't know what they do, I promise you. Because I am too old, I'm 64 years old, and these kids, they know how to push buttons in a way that I don't even know how to go live. I turn the thing around, it's like so amazing to me. But I am so grateful that I know how this works. Because I get excited to see that the company paid them $37,000 when they had moved 87,000 or 83,000 points as an affiliate, right? They became a brand affiliate the minute they clicked 6,000. Oh, you are following me. So I know that when the account gets to 6,000, you need to tell the company, check their letter of intent and get them their weekly pay, because they want to claim it. That, everybody knows that, right? Yeah. Because they came to claim their weekly pay. So we just checked the things. So they did that, and then all of a sudden I saw other social sellers that had 103,000 points, 80-something thousand points, 90, and I only spoke to 2 of them. And I said, wow, how much money are you making? So I explained this to other team elites in my business. And particularly, I explained it to one that's a financial planner. Many